Hey everybody, welcome to the very first episode of the Scotty V podcast. I'm Scotty V. So if you think I look familiar, yes, you are right. I did a show called The Civil Canadian on YouTube and on TikTok, which I still do. So the Scotty V podcast is part of the Civil Studios brand. So just something I'm just doing on the side because why not? I always wanted to do a proper podcast, but I never got a chance to do it, so I'm going to do it now. So this is officially episode 1 of the Scotty V podcast, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what movies I'm looking forward to in 2025. Now there's only 5 movies I'm actually looking forward to this year, unfortunately. If you know me, it's all about superheroes and comic book movies and all that kind of stuff. As you could tell, I already got the posters changed up, like I said in my Superman reaction video. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. So yeah, we're gonna start it off. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time on the podcast or in any of the Civil Canadian Studio brand, make sure to leave a like, comment, follow wherever you're watching this on TikTok or on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I want to start something new. I want this to be something fun. Eventually I'll get guests over and maybe one day be big and have interviews. Who knows? But that's just a small goal for this podcast. Anyway, so let's get off with it. Now I don't have it in any particular order for which movies I'm more excited for, because it all depends on how the quality of the movie is and when it does come out throughout the year. It's, as of this recording, it's January 2nd, 2025, so Happy New Year. So let's start off. My number 5, or bottom of the list, doesn't really matter. I have Jurassic World Rebirth. So I've always been a fan of the Jurassic Park franchise since the beginning, since it first came out in 94, which I didn't really watch until I was a little bit older, because 94 I was still like a 1-year-old baby. But yeah, just seeing the dinosaurs and the animatronics and the whole bunch of all that kind of stuff, even the animatronics and the blending of the CGI, Steven Spielberg did a great job back in 94. So I can't wait to see what Rebirth has. I know the last one, Dominion, was kind of a flop for many Jurassic World fans or Jurassic Park fans. It wasn't the favorite because I know they were trying to bring the old people and the new people together, like sort of what they did with Spider-Man No Way Home, where they brought Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield together for that film. It didn't work so much with the dinosaurs. It worked for the superhero movies because it's the multiverse saga, but it's whatever, you get the point. I just want to see the T-Rex again, going roaring like he does, just dominating the dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff. Even though scientists say that the T-Rex doesn't sound like that, to me it doesn't matter. It's great entertainment. Next up on the list, we have Captain America Brave New World.
You know I've been no fan of heroes, but even I can't deny the good that you've done. Work with me, Sam. Gunther needs Captain America.
The world is on the brink of war. It's my job to fix it. What if it's a trap?
Stand by for proof of that.
Somebody is pulling the strings on everything.
Captain America.
You don't even know what this is. You want me? Come and get me!
Tell me I don't make your old gear look brand new.
Who's saying that?
Everybody.
Which I have on the poster behind me. The sole purpose why I'm excited for this is we're finally getting the Red Hulk. It's unfortunate we didn't get William Hurt to play the Red Hulk, because he sadly passed away a few years ago. Even if you watch Black Widow, you can see that William Hurt wasn't looking too good. But they actually recasted it with Harrison Ford, which I'm like, I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, it's I just want to see the whole concept and the leaders finally showing up to this film. He hasn't been in the film since 2008's Hulk with Edward Norton, so it's gonna see. I just want to see what's going on with this film, and the Serpent Society is apparently in it. I think one of the WWE wrestlers were part of the film, but I think they cut off a scene. A lot of people are not too happy about Sam Wilson being Captain America, Anthony Mackie. A lot of people wanted Bucky Barnes to be Captain America, but you know what? I do think Sam Wilson will run his course. He will go through Avengers Infinity War. Oh, sorry. Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday. And then he's probably going to get... the mantle's probably going to be too much for him. And then he'll probably give it to Bucky, or Sam will sorely, kind of bite the dust on that. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities, because I know in the comic run right now that Sam Wilson is Captain America, and a lot of people are not too happy about it, especially the old-time fans. You know what? I personally don't care, as long as the film is good, and we're actually going to see the result of Steve Rogers passing down the mantle to Sam Wilson. Well, we did see that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but he only took on the full reign of Captain America at the end of the show, and after he went through some fake US agent Captain America and a whole bunch of yada 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 stuff. In this film, we're also going to get the Tiamat, the Celestial that was actually being held into the earth, built in, it was being born. It was weird. It's the Eternals movies. That movie was so bad, and then also we went 3-4 years without an answer of okay, you're showing shots of the earth, but the earth is you don't see Tiamat there. Where's the Celestial that just bursted off in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or whatever it bursted out of? Are you showing the other side of the earth where you don't see it? I'm pretty sure you'll see a big alien head and fingers in the atmosphere, but whatever. And apparently adamantium is going to be introduced in this film, which is the metal that Wolverine has in his body for his claws, which is cool. Which we really got Deadpool Wolverine in the MCU, but they don't have, in the proper sacred timeline, there is no adamantium until this film comes out February 14th. So it's coming out in over just a month, and I'm pretty excited to see it. My guys, my besties are gonna come with me to watch it, and we're gonna give our honest thoughts when we go watch it in the theater, which a lot of people saying they don't want to watch it because of Sam Wilson, but everybody was okay with Sam Wilson in Winter Soldier and Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame, I guess, so whatever. Next up, the next movie I'm excited to go watch is actually the Thunderbolts.
Do you wanna die? We are the Thunderbolts!
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. Yeah, he's so cool.
That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Make up your mind.
The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
We're just drifting. And we don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
So you can either do something about it now, or live with it forever.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
The Thunderbolts is just like Marvel Suicide Squad type thing, where you got Bucky, you got Taskmaster, you get Ghost. We're getting a few characters we haven't seen in a while. Valentina is the main villain, or the main buyer or whatever. We find out that she was the one that bought Avengers Tower, which a lot of people were upset, including me, because I wanted Avengers Tower to be bought by Fisk. Maybe they can still do it. Maybe something happens to Valentina and the U.S. government, and they have to sell their assets. Maybe they can eventually sell the tower and give it to Fisk, and Fisk can buy it, because the Fisk is now the mayor of New York. So Daredevil Born Again will explain all that. I hope I didn't spoil it for anybody, but yeah. So it's just weird. U.S. agent's gonna be in there. We're gonna get Sentry, which is Marvel's version of Superman, which would have been pretty sick if we got Henry Cavill playing that role. But they got some other actor to do it. But whatever, it's fine with me. I think Henry Cavill might be playing Marvel's Wolverine. He was in Deadpool Wolverine, though, which is pretty cool. And I heard a funny story that Henry Cavill did get sick smoking all those cigars. I'm like, dude, why don't you just make him have a fake cigar? Like, have the thing in his mouth and then just add the effects later, unless there's too much in the budget. But yeah, that would be something cool. Like, I don't know the concept of this Thunderbolts film. I think it's, like I said, it's like a Marvel Suicide Squad. They go on like a death mission or whatever. It's gonna be interesting to see. Let's just say that movie comes out in May. I just want to see the hero. Well, they're not really heroes. They're kind of anti-heroes. I want to see Yelena, the new Black Widow, and all that kind of stuff. I just want to see the whole concept of the Thunderbolts, because the Thunderbolts is actually named after Thunderbolt Ross, who was in Brave New World, who is the Red Hulk. So I wonder how all that's gonna be tied in. Maybe something happens in Captain America where he wants to make his own Avengers team, because he did mention something about putting the Avengers together or something in one of the trailers, unless I'm remembering it wrong or something like that. But anyways, Thunderbolts is on that list as well. Another movie I'm really looking forward to which is on my wall behind me, Superman.
Home. Take me home.
Originally, this movie was titled Superman Legacy, but then they just dropped the whole legacy, which makes sense because from what we see in the trailer, Superman's supposed to be like year 2 Superman, so he really doesn't have a legacy unless you want to bring it back to Krypton like Man of Steel did, which I don't think they're going to do. We just got a teaser for Superman. We get like character teasers. We get Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. We get Mr. Terrific. We get Hawkgirl. I think at some point Supergirl is going to show up. I think for Supergirl to show up, I think she might show up like right at the end, like a post-credit scene, like, "Hey Cal, Kara," or whatever. Because the next movie up in the DCU will be Supergirl, so I wonder how she will tie in. I know James Gunn said it's gonna be like free reign for the DC Studios, which I'm totally fine with. If you've seen my videos on the Civil Canadian, I did make a video called "It's Time for DC to be DC Studios, Time to Separate," which I hope they watched my videos because I talked about that years ago. Many people have been talking about that for years. So yeah, like the costume design, a lot of people, here's the thing, a lot of people were complaining about the suit designs. It's like CW level. Like, bro, why is there so much hate for DC? Like, I understand DC failed in the past couple of years with BVS and the horrific Justice League movie, or Joss Whedon, whatever mess that was. Like, I get it. Like, Warner Brothers was trying to compete with the MCU. Like, you cannot compete with the MCU if you have trash movies. It's exactly like how Sony was doing. Sony shit the bed, excuse my language, but they shit the bed and they kind of messed up their Spider-Man universe. You made Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man. How does that work? They could have used Andrew Garfield. They could have used Tobey Maguire. Hell, it was even in their contract. They didn't need to use Tom Holland. They could have just casted their own Spider-Man. Which, if you saw the concept art for Madam Web, there was a Spider-Man in that film fighting Ezekiel or whatever that character name was. But anyways, I started sorting back to Marvel. But no. The Superman movie, like, it looks light. Like, Superman is all about hope. And the S on his chest doesn't mean super, apparently, like what we got in the Man of Steel, but it means a symbol of hope, which we need that. The world is going to shit right now. A lot of people don't want to turn to religion. They don't want to turn to any of that. So what are they going to turn to? Fictional characters. So I think Superman being a bright superhero like he used to be back in the day, not the Man of Steel stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Man of Steel. One of my favorite Superman movies out there, next to the original Superman with Christopher Reeves. But we need a different tone for Superman, which James Gunn is delivering. Listen, James Gunn brought us Guardians of the Galaxy, and I've never heard of those characters. I'm totally honest with you. I'm a big Marvel fan. I've known about X-Men, Spider-Man, the Avengers. I know all about those characters, but the Guardians of the Galaxy never really crossed my mind. And then when I saw the first movie back in 2014 with my buddies, I'm like, holy shit, this movie's pretty good. Like, holy, like Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and then we got Thanos in the film. It was just great. So James Gunn totally knows what he's doing. I think he did a TV show, Creature Commandos or whatever, which I didn't watch yet. But from my understanding, the official start to the DC universe or the DC Studios movies is Superman. So I'm going to start like that, like how I started with Iron Man back in 2008, which I literally was like, I just started high school when that movie came out. It was just crazy. Now it's nuts. But anyways, like, I have faith in James Gunn and DC Studios. As long as they deliver on Superman, I'm pretty sure they'll deliver on Supergirl, Batman Brave and the Bold, which I think they might change. I think they should, because we got some silhouettes of the Batman and all that kind of stuff. But James Gunn is not really ready to commit to the new Batman, but whatever. I'm talking about other stuff. But Superman, I'm really excited. Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and a whole bunch of other characters are in this film. Did I even mention Hawkgirl? I don't know. But whatever. So Superman is on that list too. And then my final movie I'm excited for 2025 is Marvel's Fantastic Four. Last time we got a Fantastic Four movie was from Josh Trank or whatever his name is, back in 2015. And I had a choice to watch that or watch something else. I don't remember what movie came out around that time. It was so bad. Like, the past two Fantastic Four movies were so god awful. Like, I understand why they didn't want to make any more, because they didn't know what they were doing with that franchise. Like, the X-Men, they kind of sort of had an idea what they were doing with Wolverine, Professor X, Magneto, and all that kind of stuff. But for Fantastic Four, they had no idea. Like, the original cast, Michael Chiklis, Chris Evans, Jessica Alba, forgotten Mr. Fantastic's name, Griff, something like that, whatever his name is. That, at that time when I saw those movies back in 2005, 2007, I'm like, holy shit, this is the Fantastic Four. This is how I think they look like. Now, in this film, they casted Pedro Pascal, Jessica Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and the guy from Punisher. I can't like, me names don't do good. But anyways, so this film is gonna be in like a futuristic 1960s. Like, what if 1960 for us was like very futuristic, like sort of like the Jensens. You know what I mean? And then apparently something's gonna happen in their world. They're gonna have to come to the MCU, but by the time of this recording, there is no trailer. We got concept art, whatever, but we don't really know much. I know the Fantastic Four robot Herbie is gonna be in it, which is pretty cool. Like I said, but it's January 2nd. We don't have a trailer, and this movie's supposed to come out in July, maybe a couple of weeks after Superman. So I don't know. I know Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four all come out in the same month. So I gotta pretty much pick and choose which one I'm gonna go see. Which obviously is gonna be Superman and Fantastic Four. I'm gonna watch. But yeah. So like I said, we don't know too much about the plot. All we know is Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be the Fantastic Four's Doctor Doom, which is pretty awesome. I think when he was revealed in Comic-Con, he's like, same mask, new task, or new task, same mask, or something like that. It was a bold move. Marvel Studios actually casted Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, and a lot of people are like, "Oh no, he's just a multiverse version. He's not going to be the actual MCU Doctor Doom." You know what? I think he might actually be. So he's gonna do whatever shenanigans he's gonna do in the Fantastic Four movie, and I know Galactus is gonna be in it, so that's gonna be pretty cool. And the Silver Surfer, the girl Silver Surfer, not the Norman Rad, not the normal one. But I think something's gonna happen to those characters in that universe, that when they get over here, there's gonna be Galactus for the main MCU timeline, and the actual male Silver Surfer. To me, it doesn't matter. Whatever, as long as the movie's good, the product is good. Is there's no woke bull crap in there pushing their stupid shit down our throats, I'm totally okay with it. Marvel needs to go back to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, you know, back to the good old days. So yeah, not much going on with that movie, so we don't know what's going on, but I am excited because we haven't got a good Fantastic Four movie ever. Anything came close to a good Fantastic Four movie was the very first one with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans. But yeah, that's about it for me. Like, I've been already rambling for too much already, almost 16 minutes already. But yeah, 2025, those are the movies I'm excited for. I'm pretty sure there's things on movies and TV shows that are coming out that I'll pretty much be excited for, but it's only January 2nd. A lot of us haven't gone back to work yet, and when we go back to work, and we're gonna start getting trailers and gameplay, like Marvel Rivals. Like, I'm playing Marvel Rivals. Like, if you want to play with me, just add me up on the Xbox or whatever console you're playing on. The Great Scotty V. That's my gamer tag. If you want to play with me in Rivals or even hockey or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I'm all open. If you have any show suggestions, ideas for episode 2 and beyond, feel free to let me know in the comments if you think I should talk about certain topics. Now, my podcast, I have no limits, so if you want me to talk about the alien drones that are flying around the earth, or how I think the world's gonna end, or whatever you want. Hockey talk. You want to talk about hockey? I could talk about anything. This Scotty V podcast has no limits. Not like the Civil Canadians, which when I started that show with my partner, we just fully just stricted on superhero content, which worked out for a long time. Like, we were getting views like crazy, and we were happy. Then things just kind of slowing off. We had a falling out, and we fixed that fallout. But we know what it's not working anymore. But so that's why I decided to do this, something new, something fresh for 2025. So yeah, let me know if you want me to talk about anything particular. Just write it down in the comments, or follow us on our social medias on Twitter, or X now, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I have the links all in my description of the channel, so you can go ahead and take a look there. So thank you so much for watching. Please share this video around. I would love to get to know you at the fans. Yeah, like I said, anything goes. If you want me to talk about my favorite music, who's my favorite band, or what my favorite actor is, or my favorite character, whatever. If you've watched me on the Civil Canadian, you know who my favorite characters are and my favorite artists. But if you don't have the time to do that, you want me to make a video just strictly on why I like certain things, I'm totally down for that. So, with that said and done, thank you so much for watching. Episode 1 is now complete. I really appreciate you guys watching. Just remember to follow, like. The more likes I get, it helps the algorithm out. So I would really appreciate if you help me out. This is one of my dreams, to have a podcast and get my name out there so I can bring more entertainment for you guys. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Be good. Happy New Year. I wish 2025 with happiness, joy, and prosperity. And I'll see you in the next one. Be good.